Hey, welcome back. Wow, it's been over 2 weeks since I've actually done a video like this before, and it's supposed to be supposed to be my second one, but a lot of things got my way. Last week was not a well. To be honest, I just didn't have any time, and I had other plans, so I never had time to record one of these vlogs, I guess you can say, or daily updates. So, but hopefully from here on out, I can start doing these again, or actually start consistently. Try to do it 5 days a week, only on weekdays. So hopefully that will work out. But I need to make some new announcements. Sorry, I'm a little down under right now. Um, can barely. I just can't really speak right now because I kind of have a sore throat and allergies. You know, every time when the season changes, I always get allergies. So this isn't really uncommon. Just annoying, I guess. But I have to still do this because if I don't, it'll be because I need to do this, to be honest. So it's going to be beyond my mind all of the time. Sorry if I'm sounding a little bit nervous or something. I'm just a little, like I said, I'm not thinking straight right now. So hopefully I sound concise and reasonable. You know. Also, I should probably point out all the things I say in this, you know, update will be my own opinion if I say something a little bit more controversial. You know. But okay, what? Oh, second announcement. Uh, what was it? Ah, yes. So the Galactic Senate meeting. There was none last weekend again because I just didn't have any time to film. Well, not film. Why am I saying film? You're not seeing like a video or I'm not filming anything. I'm just recording my Discord call. Uh, but I mean, I'll probably do one sometime in the future. But as of right now, it's kind of like not on the table, to be honest. Spending 1 hour in the Discord call talking about stuff about Star Wars for that long. I love Star Wars. Like, don't get me wrong, but sometimes if I talk about it too much, I get a little bit bored out of my mind. Just putting it out there. Okay, but with that, let us go to the normal daily update video. Today is Tuesday, September 11th, 2018. Well, let's start about something that doesn't have to do with today, but more so what happened this weekend. If you don't know already, there was a tennis match, the US Open 2018. One of the more famous tournaments of each year, including Wimbledon, the French Open, the Australian Open, all of those. But last Sunday was the US Open's finals, so the men's and the women's. Oh god, my nose. I'm sorry. Oh, my nose is getting all stuffed up. Where did I leave off? Yes, the tennis thing. Oh my god, I shouldn't even be doing this. But okay, so you've probably always seen if you've been catching up with the news or YouTube or whatever. But basically, there was this huge, I guess not fight or anything, but incident. Yes, where Serena Williams, probably one of the most famous women's tennis players of all times, probably the face of women's tennis, to be honest. Like, it's literally, if you can think of three players in tennis, it'll be Federer, Djokovic, and Williams. Like, those are the three tennis players you think of when they come up on your mind. Those are the three you can always name. Like, even if you don't even care about tennis, you probably know those three people at least. And if you don't, that's fine. I'm not trying to judge you or anything, but I'm just saying I'm pretty sure most people do know these three tennis players. But Serena Williams was part of the U.S. Open's finals against Naomi Osaka. Yes, a 20-year-old woman, 20 years old, in the U.S. Open final. That is insane. Like, I don't know how. I'm 18 and I can. She's basically 2 years older than me, and she's already made it to the best of the best in tennis. That is remarkable, And she won. Like, I gotta get my hat off to her, whatever. What am I trying to say? That weird phrase where you tip your hat off to someone. Yes. Well, that is incredible what she did, and she obviously deserves praise for beating probably a person who's been playing tennis all her life, basically the best of the best. She beat the best of the best, which was Serena Williams, and that is insane. Okay, I've already said that multiple times, but the thing about why everyone's crazy about what happened is because Serena Williams basically, well, her coach basically gave her, I guess, symbols during the match, I guess, to help her. You know, it's all controversial. Well, not controversial, but it's debatable if she actually paid attention to the symbols her coach. God, my nose. Her coach gave her. We can't tell if she actually used the symbols or the sign gestures he showed. There's no evidence that you can say that she did. So, that's fine. It's illegal, whatever, all that stuff. But when she basically got upset when the umpire or the umpire basically called out the coach and gave her a warning, she got a little bit berserk. I kind of understand. It goes, I guess, against her more of saying she doesn't cheat. I understand. You don't want to have your family or your friends or really the public realize that you are a cheater. You want to stand up for your morals, basically. Morals. Ugh, I cannot speak today. Should it be 7 minutes? Okay, let's make this a little shorter. Okay, but basically, she got a little upset, basically, and that part actually wasn't that bad. They kept on playing. Oh God, these allergies. Yeah, today I'm drinking a Sprite. Yes, I've been drinking this thing since I've been like 7 or something. I mean, it's not as bad as Coke, but it's not that good. It's still soda. It's still a lot of sugar. Oof. Okay. Yes, but anyways, she on her. Oh my God, these allergies. Should I'll just continue on. So basically, my head. By the way, I probably should say I have no script or anything. I'm literally just saying what's popping up in my head right now. So if I had a script, I'd probably be a lot more prepared. Like my government thing I talked about last week or 2 weeks ago. Okay, but I'm probably not gonna say the rest of the Serena Williams story. You probably know by now. Just look it up. But I'm just gonna give my opinion on it now. I mean, it feels like there's two sides. Again, it feels like there's always two sides for one story, or two general sides to a story. One side is supportive of Serena Williams, saying yes, the entire thing was sexist or in Serena Williams, not in Serena Williams' favor. The umpire was saying, pulling out regulations that most umpires would not do, because she's a female or race, whatever. And I there might be like it does seem like the umpire itself that was coaching that event is a little bit more stricter than your most average, your average umpire. Oh my god, allergies, God. Okay. Yeah, but the umpire himself is stricter than most umpires in the tennis league. He he does call out players a lot. It seems like based on some of the games I've seen him umpire or before, and he does call out some things that most you wouldn't think anybody would call, but they all usually and legally they're fine when he calls them out. There's nothing against this. I guess he kind of might seem like a dick, but it's not against the rules. He's literally following them. So that's not saying I don't support Serena Williams, but I think the main thing people should get out of the story, like I'm glad most people are saying, is that we should be celebrating Naomi. Again, she's 20 years old. 20 years old. And she beat Serena Williams. That is unbelievable. She's basically a person who should still be in college, but she's out here playing the professional league, and I know for sure she's going to get better. And if she can already beat the number one player in women's tennis, she's obviously going to set up a whole entire new era in women's tennis. That is incredible. Yeah. Okay, let's stop talking about the tennis stuff and let's go into something more relatable to me. Uh, Today, September 11th, was I've been awake for almost 14 hours now. Yes, 14. And I do have one thing to say. Again, this is going to be my opinion about a touchy subject, but it is something I've been thinking about a lot, and it kind of it brought out its head, I guess you can say today. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I probably should have waited until tomorrow to do this, but I wanted to do it today so I don't forget about it tomorrow, because tomorrow is not going to be better. Most likely I'm still going to be coughing and sneezing. But, this is what you have to do. To do stuff you want to do. Something with your life. I don't know if I said this in the first uh, daily vlog, but I'm doing this mostly for myself. Like, I don't want to be sound self-centered or anything, but it's really just I need to do this so I can express my feelings, hopefully every weekday, and try to calm myself. This thing, it's trying. I guess you can say it's helping me relieve what I go through during a day, and just talk to myself. If you don't know, rubber duck debugging is basically similar to what I'm trying to do. Well, when you have a problem in your code, you grab a rubber duck and you start explaining your code to it or your problems. And after you try to explain and what you did and what you think is wrong, most likely you will fix it. And that's what I'm trying to do here with this daily vlogs or these daily vlogs. I'm trying to fix myself with one thing. One, it's to speak better. I am not. If you're still listening, you know I have a speech impediment. It is something I wish I just don't. I like in my head, it doesn't sound like I have a speech impediment, but when I listen to myself, it becomes obvious. So with doing this, I can learn how to correct it, and so I don't sound like an absolute fucking. I don't want to say the word, but not. Let's say not the most intelligent person in college. Yeah. Okay. Um, that wasn't the thing I wanted to talk about, but it's just something I want to say. The thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, today I have first period AP literature, and in AP literature I don't have many friends in that class. That doesn't mean I don't talk to people in that class. It's just I don't have many friends. People I can easily relate to, or I'm in a social group with. I don't have any of that in that class specifically. So that time we have to compose a group with two other people and to discuss a poem. The poem itself was called Annabel Lee by Edgar Allan Poe. You probably know Edgar Allan Poe and what he's like. He's that dark, not edgy. I mean, I guess you can say he's edgy, but he's actually pretty creepy, I guess. But we had to discuss that poem because the night before we had to write an analysis, whatever, and now we have to talk about the analysis with the other two people or three people and compare our answers and write notes, whatever, about what we thought about the poem, what's important, or all that stuff. So in this group I was a part of, there were two guys. One guy, actually both of them I didn't like. I just chose them because they had no one else to be with, so I chose those two. One guy is not bad. We have an okay relationship, but I don't really like him in general because of he's kind of weird. Not okay, everyone's weird, and that's great. But what I mean by weird, I mean he's just not like he's not someone I like being around with. He's not a bad person, just not someone I like being around. He's kind of, how should I say this? A downer, Like I'm not a downer. What I mean by that is that he's just so, I don't know. He just brings people down. I don't know how. He's very intelligent. I'll tell you that much. But he somehow brings people down because it feels like he speaks of his how great he is. It feels like a lot of times, but he treats people like as if they're under him, like peasants, like a king. Yes, yeah. And the other guy, I guess you can say is your not your generic athletic person, but those type of people, kind of a jock ish. And the funny thing is that they both like each other. I don't know how they have a good friendship with each other, but that's good for them. It's always good to make sure people have friends. But anyway, so I was a part of the group, and so we didn't even do the assignment we were supposed to do. I did the assignment last night, but the assignment to Okay, sorry about that again. I'm in an open room right now. I have a printer next to me, the only printer in the house, so I have to stop the recording. Whatever, no big deal. Where'd I leave off? So the other guy, I don't actually know the guy that much. I just don't like him. But that's not a good thing because I don't like him. You shouldn't. Okay, you shouldn't do that. If you shouldn't like people just because you don't really know them that well. That is a good thing. You never know what people might be when you actually talk to them. Okay, so we just talked about some random shit. It was actually mostly those two just talking about. Sometimes I might input into the conversation. The one jock, I guess you can say, didn't really care about what I said, but the other guy at least paid attention to me. So I was fine. Just talking about stuff. I think we just talked about how shitty high school was, but okay. Well, that was it was the okay. So we had to uh basically the teacher called us out. Uh, basically saying, "Hey, what do you guys think about the poem?" And I know for sure she knew, the teacher, that we didn't do jack shit. We just talked the entire time without actually writing down notes or whatever about the poem like we were supposed to do. And she called out my name, and I was like, "Fuck," I had nothing else to say. I literally just said, uh, buh. Literally just that. I had nothing to say. I couldn't just make up shit. I mean I could have, but I'm not and on the spot speaker. I cannot say, like, if I wasn't prepared basically. And same thing like this daily vlog. I'm not prepared. I'm just going off what's in my head about my day. But so I said nothing basically, you know. And the teacher kind of looked at me funny. He was like, and I knew it to myself. Yep, I'm not going to do so well on this assessment or assignment. But the other guy, the jock, literally after I was done speaking, he literally didn't even whisper to the other guy, but he talked to the other guy, in a normal voice, say, "Hey, that kid should have at least said something referring to me. I should have said something." But he didn't call me by my name. He should have known my name. I know everyone's name in the class, even if I don't like half the people in it. At least I know their names. But this guy is like the guy sitting next to me, should have said something, and he started like laughing about it, and I was like, I don't condone violence, but I wanted to use my pencil and I wanted to do stuff with it. Yes. Again, violence is not recommended, no matter what, unless it's actually like necessary, like you are being attacked by someone else. Then yes, obviously violence could be a solution to the problem. But this was non-violent. This was all just mental problems, basically, mental games. So the mental games. Imagine Olympics, but for where you had to mentally do stuff. Like people have to like shit talk to each other and try to bring down the other person. Like that would be quite interesting. Like I would watch that more than the normal Olympics. But I I was just a little pissed off basically with the guy for not well, I don't like people who don't say to your face about something negative about you. Like I'm not saying people who talk negative about you like where you're like not even in the same city or anything, or not even in the same room. That's fine, obviously. People can obviously shit talk about each other. That is 100% legal. I do it myself too, It's all fine and dandy. But when you do it to a person within earshot, aka sitting right next to him, and not only having that, but having the balls. Yes, if you didn't know, I did cut off right there. But what I was trying to say was he had the freaking balls to tell the other guy, and not even use my name, about how socially awkward or how awkward I was basically, and how I couldn't think right on the spot about what I should have said. Like I don't like lying, to be honest. That's also partly the reason why I didn't say anything. So I just don't know, like I don't understand people sometimes. Like it it's to the point like I know like I should probably just talk to you one on one. If you've had a person who's might have shit talked to you and do an earshot or near you, but not talking to you, like just talking shit about you and not joking around or anything, just shit talking you basically, and treating you like as if you're a fucking idiot or retarded. That is just uncalled for. I just wish people knew what respect was sometimes. I a lot of people like I love my school, first of all. There were some brilliant people at my school that I am astonished by. They are much better people than me at my school. Like I'm like really the most average person at my school. But so many people at my school don't know what respect is. They don't know how people are human. Like we all there's a lot of people who are social awkward at my school. And there's a lot of people who are not. They're in the opposite end. But people treat people sometimes not human. They treat people like shit. And now I'm just talking about life, but people have feelings. What I'm trying to say is people should treat each other as if they treat themselves, the golden rule. And I've always lived by that. That golden rule has always been in my mind every day. it feels like I always remind myself, hey, treat others the way you want to be treated. It is so simple, but people don't understand. Like, I don't know. It's so, I don't want to say the world is fucked up, but like, man, I really think people should do a mental checkup on themselves. Like I do a lot, actually. Not maybe sometimes not good, but people really need to look at themselves in the mirror and see, hey, was I a good person today? Did I live by my morals? You know, maybe some people have lower standards than others, and that's fine, or higher. It's all okay. But you should at least meet those standards of being a decent human being. Okay, that's probably done with my rants. Let's think of something positive, because I've always been negative for almost 25 minutes, and I should probably end this by now. But I just really want to talk about that. Let's think of something positive. So, there is. Maybe let's start by dogs. Yes. I love dogs. Like, dogs are the best. I love corgis. They are my favorite breed. Oh my god, they are the cutest dogs ever. And if you haven't seen a corgi yet, I thought I'll show you video of it and end this off. With that, I wish you all a good day, or a good morning, or a good night. I don't know. I don't know what time it is over there, or what time you're watching this. And hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. See ya.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ready? Go get it. Go.
Go.
Go get it.
Go.
Go get it.
Go, Cooper.